Following concerns in 2015 and delays in announcing results for one constituency in 2020, sweeping changes could be on the horizon for elections in St. Kitts and Nevis going forward. Among the changes that could be implemented is the counting of ballots at polling stations.
In the meeting, the Commission has presented to me for onward submission to Cabinet and formally to the Parliament if necessary, a number of recommendations in terms of electoral reform. And the public will be hearing of these shortly, more and more. There are such things as having votes to be counted at polling stations. Currently, the practice is that once you vote, at the end of the polling day, they're then transported to a central location, oftentimes causing a lot of delay, a lot of logistics in terms of security and so forth.
Attorney General Byron confirmed that was part of a number of recommendations put forward by the Electoral Commission, which has been meeting to monitor the supervisor of elections and his function. The returning officer's role will also be more prominent under the recommendations.
One recommendation is that presiding officers should do preliminary counts at the polling stations before transmitting them to the returning officer, who would then have the final say in submitting them to the supervisor of elections. And there are other recommendations that the Electoral Commission has made that needs to be properly ventilated, and these in time will be announced in more detail to the general public.
Concerns have been raised time and time over the way elections are held in St. Kitts and Nevis and the length of time it takes to count the ballots. Currently, all ballots are counted at a central location instead of their individual polling stations, which makes the generation of results very tedious. This was thrust into the spotlight in 2015 when ballot counting was stopped during the night of elections after polls closed, forcing regional leaders to voice their disgust at the incident. Despite that, though, the Electoral Commission, which is headed by Attorney-at-Law Nasibu Butler, also has former Commissioner of Police, Mr. Joseph Leiber, and Attorney-at-Law Jason Hamilton functioning and is moving full steam ahead. The recommendations are expected to be placed before Cabinet shortly. Chairman Abel reporting for SKN Newsline.